Hi, today me and Dr. Anisha are here together to have an understanding about things related to head and neck cancer. Because today is a day which is marked for Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Day. Can you tell us what exactly is head and neck cancer all about?
Hi. As the name itself suggests, the cancer involving your head and neck region. Maybe it's your oral cavity, maybe it's your sinus, maybe it's your throat, your tongue, all this comes under your head and neck cancer.
I think when we talk about cancer, that way there is a lot of fear mongering, there's a lot of anxiety with that particular word. And also a WHO report has come out very recent. What we saw is that 40% of head cancer is also preventable. I think that's a point to
Yes.
be excited about.
Yes.
So since you are into clinical practice, you see different kind of cases at different stages. Can you help us understand that where can the beginning of this disease could be marked, and as a person ourselves, like individuals, are there certain things that we can notice ahead of time and do something about it?
Okay. If we go into the specifics, as you use the term preventable, let me be very clear. One of the causes is your habit, tobacco chewing.
Right.
When you combine it with alcohol, those kind of things, yes, definitely you can prevent it. Next comes your virus, HPV induced cancer. HPV is a virus, human papilloma virus. You have a vaccine that can prevent human papilloma virus related cancers. And coming to understanding early signs, there are two parts into it. The first one being very observant about your body. Know your body. Stand in front of the mirror, examine your skin, see if there is something abnormal. Okay, it can be an ulcer that is non-healing, or it was a small mole kind of thing that is growing suddenly, or it is becoming changing its color.
Okay.
Same thing with your tongue and mouth. See, watch for something that was not there before, and that is changing color, that is changing in size or texture. Most of our tissues are soft unless it is bone. So if it is soft tissue, if it is becoming hard and it's not healing, please go ahead and get it checked by a cancer specialist.
Yeah, I think just adding to what you said is again, like for example, if you see, if there is unevenness inside the cheek, sometimes it might be for several other reasons. Be a small white spot which has suddenly appeared, or if you have habits like keeping the tobacco in your mouth and things like that, or if you have pan chewing habits, areca nut chewing habits, so sometimes you might notice certain things which were not there before. If you are observant, these small things, please do not ignore them,
Yes.
and immediately you can take help of specialists like Dr. Nisha is a specialist, or whomever you are showing, you can just go and take the consultation. Because when we talk about prevention, I think it's more how early we are able to
Detect and diagnose.
Correct.
Having said that, next, early detection, as you told, there is something which has come up recently, that is your molecular and genetic testing.
Right.
Will you be able to help our viewers?
This is not a new thing, but the thing is that yes, commercially now genetic testing is available. If you do a genetic testing, it's once in a lifetime testing, first thing. It is not like a blood report that you have to do after several intervals. But I'll make two important point here. One, genetic testing, it definitely would help you to understand about the tendency of a person to get a cancer or not. Suppose you do a genetic testing, okay, and you get a report, and the report says, okay, there's some red flag for you to have so and so cancer. But that doesn't mean that you will have that cancer in your lifetime. It is primarily that we need to understand that whatever things we are born, basically we analyze DNA and we take very simple sample, either the mucousy part inside your cheeks and or saliva. We can do little habit breaking. Can you tell in that aspect?
Yes. Habit breaking goes in steps. One is ask, why am I doing it? Okay. And then why do I want to stop this? We have the reason, but still for each person, that why I want to stop this is the biggest reason whether you can quit it or not.
Absolutely.
And then get assistance. Not every person has that kind of let's say willpower or physiological changes that has already happened, because again this is our hormonal play.
Correct.
Okay, when you're taking a substance, it is, you know, that happiness hormone is released, and because of which you're not able to quit. So take help from physicians. There are a lot of tobacco cessation centers, etc. And just to combine why we are speaking about all these things, let's say you have a genetic testing done, you have high chances of getting it. On top of it, if you do the habit, you are increasing your chances of getting cancer.
Exactly. It's all about that. When we talk about prevention, it's important that we understand ourselves and we do something about it, not just sit and do nothing about it. Also, I want to tell that we have an understanding that cancer is hereditary. But let me tell you, most of the cancers are not hereditary. It's a very less percentage as is hereditary. Of course, it depends on what type of cancer. It can be hereditary as well, but primarily it is environment induced. Meaning to say what Anisha was telling, that if you build habits, it just pushes you so there. I think it was just a endeavor that we wanted to make you aware, be alert about these small things can push this kind of dreadful disease away from our life. So, Anisha, just to conclude, today on this Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Day, if there is one message that you would like to put forward, what would be that?
Be aware and be prepared that you can prevent it. If it is detected early, it can be treated, and there is no need of stigma, because I have seen in many places where they will separate the patient from the family thinking they will also get it. It is not contagious like that. There is no reason for you to separate the cancer patient from your part of daily life.
Fantastic message. And just to conclude, I would like to just add on what Anisha said is that what cancer brings sudden anxiety. Let me tell you that this is also another chronic disease. As we emphasized today, if we can detect it early, it is very much preventable, treatable. Many a times, most of the times, it is curable depending on what stage we are able to diagnose. Being alert, understanding, and learning how to listen to your own body and mouth is the most important thing. Treatments are there, technology is there, and don't get fearful, don't get isolated. Speak about any abnormality that you are seeing. Yeah, and thank you, Anisha, for being here today. Thank you, everybody.